Here in my hand, I've got a food group that most people overlook. These are freshwater mussels. And so in the last half hour, I've pulled these out of the river, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook them. Now, a lot of people go and eat mussels, clams, oysters, things like that raw. But if you have any doubts about the water you're pulling it out of, especially fresh water where there can be parasites, I usually go with caution and I'll cook them. Now, the easiest way to do this primitively is to bake the clams. And so what I've done is over here in a fire, I've got my ledge rock. Easy, easy. Gonna take your clams, and I'm just gonna line them up as close as I can to the fire. So, nothing really complicated about it. All right, and I'm lining them up so that they can get the maximum amount of heat. Very simple, but it works. Now, you have a lot of different freshwater clam species out there, and if you'll just go ahead and move through your water and move through the muck and mud, you're likely to find something. Whenever you do find the clams, it means that your water source is usually pretty clear, pretty clean, not too many toxins. If you have any pollution going on through your rivers, a lot of times these will be the first species to actually feel it. You do want to make sure that if you're not in a survival situation, you go and check your local laws, because at least 25 species here in Texas are actually threatened and endangered, and you don't want to go and eat those unless you absolutely have to. So do check. This should take upwards of 5 minutes to happen. And so with your clams, the mussels holding them shut are going to slowly cook. And as they cook, they're going to start releasing. Clams cannot open very, very wide like you see in the cartoons. They can open just a little bit. They'll suck in water and push water out, and they filter feed. They don't move very often. Once they are cooked, though, they will release and they will open up. And at that time, you'll be able to get access to the meat. If you do plan on eating clams, oysters, mussels raw, you're going to have to use a knife. And in doing so, you'll have to come in, you'll have to break the mussel out, and you have to put a lot of force in it, crack it open, and only at that time will you be able to get access to the inside. So, the easiest way I found is this. So, let's play the waiting game. Alright, so your clams are starting to open up. You want to be very careful of the clams that don't open. Just like steaming your clams, you want to throw away the ones that don't open. That means they're already dead, and you don't want food poisoning or to get anything nasty. So check it out. They're starting to release. Let's see if they'll open up at this time. Woo! All right, and do be careful. So there's your clam. Okay, and it is definitely dead. It's gotten a lot of heat on it. The water inside is boiled a little bit. It was steaming when it was coming out. Hopefully that means that most of the parasites have gone and died thus far. Now, for me personally, I'm going to let that thing cook just a little bit longer. So as they open up, I can leave them out just like that, do it manually, or I can leave them in the shell just like this and allow the water to boil, and it'll pretty much boil the meat. You could also pull the meat out and put it on a stick and put it over the fire. A lot of people like that taste. But it's just kind of up to you and what kind of resources you have around. That's the idea. To err on the side of caution, these clams have now been baking for about 7 minutes. So any parasites that could have been inside, any kind of bacteria or harmful stuff, is surely dead by this point. Now, these 4 clams right here have been boiling and steaming. The steam is now stopped. So you're going to want to have to pull these things back and let them cool down a little bit. The one that I have opened, I've gone ahead and let it sear a little bit. It's dried out, singed. Good warm piece of meat, completely cooked all the way through. And so with a clam, once you cooked it, it should release very quickly, just like that. Any of the water that you have in the shell is going to be extremely hot, so be careful. Don't just pop it in your mouth. But that is your mussel, and that's the entire creature. Whether you're eating it raw or you're cooking it, that's how we eat the clams. We eat the whole thing. So gross is gross to some people, but good protein, good flavor. Easy food any time of the year. Eat more clams, Enjoy the wild. Like and subscribe, guys.